just confronted my old coworker from daycare, and it was a total meltdown. She was furious when I exposed her for being a complete nightmare to work with and an absolute danger to those kids. I quit my job a month ago because I couldn't take it anymore. She was always screaming at me during nap time, and I just couldn't handle the stress. Looking back, I realize it was just the tip of the iceberg. She was a ticking time bomb waiting to unleash her anger on those innocent children. I remember the way she used to check if the kids' pull-ups were wet by sticking her hand inside them. It was disgusting, and she never washed her hands afterwards, even when I told her how unsanitary it was. She just touched the kids and their food with the same unwashed hands. It still makes my skin crawl thinking about it. And then there was the time a kid dropped their napkin on the floor, and she just said, the dirt will grow their immune system, and made them keep using it. I was horrified, but that wasn't even the worst of it. She was always yelling at the kids for normal toddler behavior, and if I tried to comfort them, she'd scream at me to walk away. I recall this one morning. A 3-year-old came in crying after a tough drop-off, and instead of comforting him, she just yelled all done at him and made him sit in the corner until he stopped sobbing. It was heartbreaking to see, and I knew right then that I had to get out of there, but I didn't realize just how much damage she was capable of inflicting. She'd punish the kids for saying poop or poopy, making them sit on the toilet for 20 minutes, crying and apologizing. It was just cruel. And if a kid asked to use the bathroom outside of scheduled potty time, she'd force them to sit on the toilet until they went, even if they didn't need to. It was just a power trip. She'd also throw away their food as punishment or take their snacks away from them just to assert her control. I started making sure one kid got his applesauce because I found out she was taking it from him, and I just couldn't let that happen anymore. But the final straw was when a coworker told me not to report her, that it wasn't worth it, and that just made me more determined to expose her. So when I found out she started working at a new daycare, I knew I had to act. I couldn't just sit back and let her put more kids in harm's way. I gathered all my evidence, all the incidents, all the times she put those kids at risk, and I called the new daycare, and I told them everything. And when she found out, she was furious. She tried to deny it all, but I had proof, I had the stories, I had the witnesses, and I just watched as her whole facade came crumbling down. She tried to justify her actions to say that she was just trying to discipline the kids, but I knew the truth, and I made sure everyone else did too. In the end, it was her own words that sank her own arrogance and entitlement that led to her downfall. And I couldn't help but feel a sense of satisfaction, of justice being served. I know it wasn't easy, but I'm glad I spoke up. I'm glad I reported her, and I know that those kids are safer because of it. I just hope that no one else has to go through what I did, what those kids did, and that she never gets to work with children again. It's been a long and difficult journey, but I know it was worth it, every minute of it, because in the end, the truth came out and justice was served.